to the group, but my name is Rachael Robart. I am a mom of four, and my husband and I own a real estate brokerage out here in Nevada. And I've been doing Beachbody part-time for the last 4 years and have made it extremely successful. Just kind of during the gaps of my day, honestly, while my kids nap. When my babies nap, I've been able to, I call it my nap time hustle. This is my side gig that is literally changing my life and is almost to the point of taking over our real estate career. So I get chills when I say that. It makes me want to cry. But I'm not here to tell my story today because we have so many amazing coaches joining us. So we're going to go ahead and seriously just dive right in because we're not going to keep you guys here all day. So grab your coffee. Cheers. I know we have some people on here from the UK as well. We've got Nick Wood from the UK. So I think it's like 6 p.m. there right now. From the UK, we have all different time zones hopping on. And also, guys, we're going to be doing this every Wednesday, and we're going to be doing it at all different time zones. So if you're inside this live or inside this group that we have you in, just stay tuned because we're going to be posting the times that we're going to be sharing. So if you missed this one or you end up signing up today by this week and joining us on our team, then you can add your people here to start joining these calls with us, okay? So let's make sure that we've got everybody as panelists. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Is Jillian, are you on here, hon? I don't see you. So
yeah, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yes,
okay.
Dave.
Okay.
Jillian is a new mama of a baby girl, right? Yes. And she works in the corporate world with a company called Dell. And she is a 2-time elite coach with Beachbody. And I'm going to go ahead and let her take it away. Go ahead, Jill.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Super excited to be here. So I've been a coach also about 4 years. I know Rachael said she's been a coach about 4 years. And I started for the discount. So if you guys are, thinking about, I'd love that 25% off, like get started that way. And then I was a yo-yo dieter and a binge eater, and I had finally seen success working out and eating healthy. Imagine how that works when you're not like addicted to diet pills. And I was like, you know what, maybe other people will be interested. And I started sharing, and people were like, what are you doing? You look great. You sound better. Like everything just seems so much better for you. And so I just started sharing my journey, and my business quickly grew. And I know there are people that make this a full-time opportunity and, work this full-time or have their own side business. I like having a corporate job. That's my preference. I'm a technology person. My background's in engineering. I love what I do in my 9 to 5, but I love what I do in Beachbody as well. And they fulfill me in different ways. So you don't have to you can have great aspirations to leave your 9 to 5, you guys. If that is your jam, go for it. But you don't have to have those aspirations. You can keep your 9 to 5 and rock this business. There is no reason that you can't do both. And I tell people that all the time. Like I said, they fulfill me in totally different ways. I'm saving lives at Beachbody, literally. Maybe on another call, I'll share my whole story, but being fit and healthy saved my life 2 years ago. I was hit by a car crossing a crosswalk, had an emergency brain surgery, shattered my pelvis about 2 years into coaching. And if I wasn't in good shape, I wouldn't have made it. And I walked totally normal. They said, we hope you walk again. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm going to do this. And I live a totally normal lifestyle because I was fit, because I was healthy. That's like my sidebar. But when people ask me how Beachbody's changed my life, it literally has saved it. And I will tell you that before I worked at Dell, I was a longtime Verizon employee. I was there for over 13 years. And I had a baby in September. So she's almost a year old now. And I got back from maternity leave. And right after I got back, Verizon informed me they didn't need me anymore and I was getting laid off after 13 years in corporate America with them. And my emotional devastation was beyond. I mean, if you guys have had babies, you know that pregnancy hormones are crazy. And so between that and losing my job after 13 years, big Fortune 10 company. I can't tell you how many times my husband looked at me and was like, I can't believe Beachbody's lasted longer than Verizon. I know, dear. But with the emotional devastation, I didn't have to worry about money. Like, I didn't have financial worries. I had, I was already dealing with all the emotional stuff. So my plan B became my plan A for a little bit. So for those of you that are looking for a plan B and looking for Beachbody to supplement, you never know. Sometimes it might have to become your plan A. And because I had the Beachbody income coming in, and we don't guarantee any level of success, but you work how hard you want for the income you want. I could take my time finding a new job that I wanted. I didn't have to take the first job that came along because I had an infant to support, right? Like, now I'm feeding my child, and, my husband works, but we always were a 2-income family. So I use a lot of my income to give back. That's my preference. And when I wasn't working, the income supported my family. I work about 10 hours a week, about an hour a day during the week, and about 5 hours total on the weekends. And it's totally doable with a 9-to-5, with a baby, both, either, whatever works for you. So that's a little bit about me and how I make this work and why I'm so passionate about it.
I love that so much, honey. And just to chime in there, it is possible to do it at home with kids, guys. You saw my little girl just jumping around on the couch, right? We keep it real, though. That's the reality. And honestly, the most beautiful part about this business for me is that I can incorporate my daily life into it all and still be able to make a pretty decent income. So let's see, who do we have next? Nick Wood is in the UK right now at 6 p.m. and he is one of the coaches on our team. He is a diamond coach and diving into the business, kind of brand new still, and he is having great success. So that is why we chose him today to speak for us. So go ahead and unmute yourself, Ben.
Yeah, so hi everyone. So I'm from the UK. So it's coming up, it's just past 6 p.m. here. I've actually been waiting since 5 because Google said the Pacific time 10 a.m. was 5 p.m. UK. So
No.
I've just been lonely. I've had to pour like 5 cups of coffee. So yeah, but thanks for the introduction anyway. So I mean, my introduction into Beachbody was probably like 2011, way back in the days of DVDs. Obviously since then we've got BOD, and the coaching thing was launched in October last year. So obviously we jumped on board that straight away. The thing I really like about Beachbody, and the reason that I'm still using Beachbody products and not just going to the gym or anything like that every day, is just the whole community side of it, to be honest. I mean, like us from England, if we were going to travel to the States, we'd be going to places like Florida for the theme parks, New York or Vegas. I would never have got to go to places like Nashville and New Orleans and Indianapolis and, meet people from like Ohio and Alabama and, all across Canada. So for me, that's what, Beachbody has kind of brought to me and our family as well. The whole community thing, the whole community spirit. So, I mean, through Beachbody, I became a personal trainer. And I think I've actually learned more through, watching the Beachbody side of it than I actually did in personal training school, to be totally honest. It's taught me a lot more. So I now add this onto my personal training business, which, I mean, this is like, again, it's more of a side gig. Just the same way as most people, it's kind of like an add-on to your normal job, I guess, really. So yeah, that's my kind of introduction to Beachbody, and I'm hoping to look forward to meeting some of you guys next year in Indianapolis as well. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah,
and
so
he's coming to Indianapolis next year, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful, Annie. And you have a new baby girl or a new baby coming, right?
Yes, in October. So so yeah, October 9th. Anyway, I've got Claire sitting next to me, but she's a little bit shy to jump on board.
Hi, Claire. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Whitney and David Webb, power couple.
Hi.
Oh, guys, hi.
Hi. I'll chat real quick and then I'll pass it on to
no worries, and no rush. We got plenty of time.
my buddy. We both work from home now, so his desk is literally right next to mine. So he just like buzzed over. But to the end of 2012, my little story, I went through a really devastating divorce, and during that became completely broke and hit rock bottom financially. Our house foreclosed. I went bankrupt, and I went through a really scary custody battle to gain full custody of my son, who's now 9. And in that time, I met this guy online and decided I needed to start over. So I moved my son to California. I'm from Oregon, which if anybody has gone through custody and state moving, it is an ordeal, to say the least. And in that time, I realized I had just given up on myself and my physical, mental, and emotional state. And I was a mess. I was basically just surviving for my kiddo. And it was, it makes me emotional still when I talk about it, and to think of that girl, because she's definitely a different person now. So anyways, long story short, I was at my going away party, and somebody mentioned I had a friend that had like the most banging body, and I was like, what are you doing? She was like, oh, this thing called T25, and I'm in a challenge group on Facebook. And I was like, and I had no idea what coaching was or any of that. I had heard of programs. I had bought Hip Hop Abs and some other things, and of course they were still in the wrapper, hadn't even opened them. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll use my program, and I thought T25. So I sold some stuff on eBay to buy T25. I didn't even know about Shakeology. I wasn't told about that yet, but I got into a challenge group with my coach, and then I started stalking her page on Facebook because I absolutely fell in love with the challenge group and the accountability, because I had never stuck with anything. I was like the most typical serial quitter. I had started and quit every single thing in my whole entire life. And I finished T25, and I felt like $1 million. I lost about 20 pounds, but I had gained some of my best friends still to this day from that group. And I saw the potential of the other lives it was changing and the friends I was making, and thought, maybe I could do this. So I asked my coach about it. And in the meantime, I tried Shakeology, showed it to my doctor, who was super worried about my health because it had definitely gone down during everything I had gone through. And so had my sons. My son had high blood pressure that was hereditary. And so we actually both were drinking Shakeology, and then and saw a huge change in health, all of our levels. My son has been normal ever since that, and now drinks Daily Sunshine every single day, and has never had a blood pressure problem since. And that's almost 5 years now since he's been drinking it. So anyways, I started coaching, and within 11 months, I was able to leave my full-time job. Within a couple of years, we were able to buy a home in California, Southern California, which I never in a million years thought I'd ever be able to do that again. So, I mean, the list goes on. Like cash Christmases, I was able to pay for our wedding because of coaching, full out cash, no credit cards, debt free, from something that I just started doing at 5 a.m. when I had a spare hour, and because I believed in it and wanted to change other women's lives the way it had changed mine. So I'm going to throw it over to this guy because he was a skeptic at the beginning, because literally, like I said, we were broke.
Yeah. So hi, I'm the supportive spouse. So basically, I was always supportive with Whitney's journey. When she first came to me about it, she said, I want to do this thing called Beachbody. It's not an MLM, and I just want you to know, but I'll be helping other people with their nutrition and getting healthy. And like, I don't know, probably like most typical guys, I was like, what's this going to cost us? That was my first question. And she was like, and this is back in the day of the DVDs. So she said, well, we have to buy a challenge pack. It comes with a video, and we get a month of this healthy shake. And I said, okay, well, what's that cost? And she said $140. And I said, $140 to start your own business? Yeah, like we don't even need to talk about this. Like that's easy. I I have several friends that have businesses like restaurants and things like that, and they didn't make a profit for like 3 years. So I was like $140. I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. And you're going to be getting healthy and help people. Like, I couldn't say no to that. So, but I didn't participate. I was supportive, but I didn't really participate the first couple years. And then really it was, you know, a lot of factors came in for me to actually start participating. One, I was watching my wife accomplish goals, which I hadn't really, I wasn't a goal setter at that time. I didn't have any goals for myself. So to see her have goals and accomplish them, I was like, after a while, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of a lump sitting on the couch while my wife is in the garage, you know, busting her butt at 5:30 in the morning. So I was like, all right, I need to work on me now too. Like, you know, she's going this way and I'm just kind of maintaining, and that's not going to work. So, what I would suggest is you do try to get your significant others to participate with you, because once I actually started working out with her, it was such better time spent than sitting on the couch after dinner and watching like a sitcom for like an hour. I mean, to go in that garage with my wife, you know, she's in her nice workout clothes that I get to enjoy while I'm working out. Who doesn't want to do that? And we're having fun, like in between the 30-second breaks of things, you know, we're having a dance party some days and we got music on, and it's just a lot better quality of time spent together. It's something we can do together. And then I would also suggest, just kind of wrapping up, that really try to get your significant other if you can. I would say the big one is take them to Summit. If you go to Summit, it's a total changer, game changer. And there's a lot of people that I've become friends with, that I keep in touch with, that my wife necessarily isn't as close to through Beachbody. I mean, I've gained a lot of relationships through this. That are really nice and positive people that you want to have in your life. They bring you up, all of these people. So that was a good eye opener. But if you can't get to a summit, you know, if that's difficult, at least get them to a local Super Saturday, because that has the same feel. And then, you know, your significant other will kind of get it. Oh, there's all these wonderful people that are helping themselves, helping others. Yeah, now, you know, they'll get it. Like, you know, you just get it once you're there, I think. So really try to involve them and have them participate to whatever level they can, though. I got put into the Shift Shop test group, and I'm kind of old school mentality. So I had to sign a contract saying that I had to complete it. And so because I had to sign a contract, I was like, well, I have to do this now. I signed a contract, like I put my name on it. So that was big for me, having to participate in that. But make your own contract. Make your own contract for your significant other. Have them do this with you and have them sign a contract. I will complete one program with you, and just let them see how fun it is, you know, and then they'll get involved. And I guess the last thing is just communication is big. I need to know what her goals are. I need to understand why she's on her phone all the time. I need to understand what she's doing at that time, because it's not all the time. But like I said, it's your own business. I mean, anybody that wants to build it as high as they want, you have to put time into it. And that's just got to be an understanding, because it's your business and you're building it. You don't have employees necessarily. You have to do a big majority of everything that you do. So I think communication is just really important, that your significant other just needs to know what you want out of this. Like, they need to know what your goals are and what time you're going to put into it. And make a schedule if you have to, you know. Let them know what your work time is, you know, because there's nights I know she has Zoom meetings, and that's fine. You know, if I have to make dinner and I have to do homework and I have to do all that stuff, well, you know, there's just times where she's on meetings, and that's just got to be communicated, though, you know. So, but no, I love it. I think it's great, and I always say anyone can reach out to me. Anyone can contact me if you have a significant other that's on the fence or doesn't get it yet. They can send me questions. Sometimes it's nice coming from someone they don't know or someone that's going through the same thing. So feel free, contact Whitney. They can contact me, and I'll talk to anybody and just kind of walk them through how to be supportive.
I love that so much, and I seriously wish I would have known you when I joined, because my husband was that guy. He wanted nothing to do with the business in the beginning, and in fact, because we own a real estate brokerage, he was like, and we have 4 babies, he's like, where in the world are you gonna find the time to make this successful? And I was like, I just knew it. I knew that I could. I saw everybody else's potential. I looked at the income. I looked at all of it, and I was like, babe, I know I can make this work. If they're telling me I only need 30 minutes of my day, then that's what they're telling me, and I'll figure it out. So here I am 4 years later, and I wish we would have known you then, because I would have been calling you saying, you need to talk to my husband, because now my husband is my biggest fan, and he supports this 100%. So that gave me chills. Thank you for sharing that so much. Okay, so we have, and we're perfect on time, guys, so don't feel rushed when you guys are talking. We're also going to do a Q&A at the end, so if you guys have questions, and you can put them in the chat box here too. If you guys see the chat, you guys can type those in there too. So we have an awesome guest right now. She works in the Beachbody corporate office, and her name is Brittany Adamson, so she's going to be joining the call. Brittany, are you on here? Because I can't see you, honey.
I am.
Yay! She's going to be chatting about how corporate just kind of mentors us and the training that they provide. So, you know, when you sign on, you're not just kind of left in the dust. You've got the support of your team, and you've got an actual corporate mentor to kind of help guide you. So, Brittany, take it away, babe.
This is so fun. Not only do I love hanging out with my coaches, but the fact of people that haven't joined Beachbody yet, it's really exciting. So first of all, I'll say cheers, because I brought my cup. And that smells so good. But needless to say, thank you for taking the time to jump on here. And, you know, you've heard from so many great speakers. And so it's so fun coming from the corporate side to be able to give you just a little more information. I think this is a reminder that, of course, you're going to have the best coach, the best mentor. And on the corporate side, we are here just as an additional layer of support, love, attention, affection, whatever you want to say. The guys are probably like, ugh! But no, really, like, here to support you and where you're going within this business. You know, jumping into this business, it can be all the fears, it can be all the scares. The most beautiful part is you are focusing on you, and you are going to become the best version of yourself. Now, of course, this does take months, days, years to form, but it's something beautiful when you're working on yourself. So with that being said, of course, your coach is going to give you all the tools to success. And then the additional layer of support is here at corporate. And typically, once you start working this business, you know, there's many rungs that you work towards. And once you become a diamond coach, which is kind of, you're opening your business. It's your first step within opening your business. And that's where corporate does come in. We do new diamond training, which is, you know, in a Facebook group via units, a self-paced one. So of course, people that are hellbound determined, sorry for saying that word, get in, get it done, figure it out. And then you're working towards Star Diamond and above. From Star Diamond and above, you do have the opportunity to get one-on-one mentorship. So there is a specific person based on where you're located, what region, what state you are in, that will sit down and dial down your business, okay? So these are one-on-one mentorships. Along with it is my favorite part is the masterminds. I get to collaborate and bring all my great coaches together, and they get to work together and really get in the trenches with coaches that are just like them outside their team. So it's kind of fun because, of course, you're going to be working so much with your individual coach, but you'll also be working with people that are just like you, that you would have never met. Maybe you'd meet at Summit or at a Super Saturday or something like that. But this is your opportunity to really collaborate. So that's what we do here at corporate. We are here to help you to become successful, to help you become, overcome anything that may be limiting. But just to remind you that this business is incredible. It's kind of fun to say that anybody can be successful in this business. I see it every single day. So when my coaches say, you know what, this is just hard and, yada, 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 I say, you know what, but I promise you it's worth it. This business is hard work. And I do say that because you know what, hard work means success, and hard work means that you're going to show up every single day and work towards something beautiful. You're going to dedicate 3 to 5 years of hard work, dedication that amounts to people working in careers 30, 40, 50, 60 years, so it's something pretty stinking incredible. But I would just remind you, why not now? Why not jumping in, both feet in? This is the best thing that you can do to better yourself. And along the way, you're going to be so excited that you're going to be sharing this with people, and you deserve to mentor them to success and earn income along the way. So Rachael, that's really us, corporate in a nutshell. Can't wait to work with each of you very soon. And I would just say, why not now?
Amen to all of that. And when she said she's there for all the feels and the support, like she really is. They all are. Our corporate office is amazing. So I love you, Brittany, and I appreciate you hopping on with us today. She does not have to do that. So, she's taking time out of her day because we all love what we do. So why not? That is all of our speakers for today. So if you guys want to unmute yourselves and just kind of hang out with us for 5 minutes and ask us some questions, that would be awesome. Do we have anybody that wants to raise their hand? Don't be shy, guys. Anybody? Do we have any questions in the chat? Do you guys see any of them? You guys can unmute yourselves so I'm not the only one talking. No, okay, so listen. We are going to be giving away a book called Go Pro. It is by Eric Ward, and it's going to go to the first 10 people that sign up between now and Friday. So if you're ready to just dive in and not be scared and just try something new, then reach out to the person that invited you here, and they'll take you and walk you through your next steps for that. Again, we're going to give it away to the first 10 that get started. Also, guys, there's no pressure, okay? So if this is something that you are really considering, I encourage you to hop on the next call on Wednesday and listen in again. Maybe one of our stories didn't resonate with you, and maybe next week somebody else's will, and it'll trigger that little mind shift saying, hey, you know what? Okay, that was me, and I want in now. So I don't want you to feel pressured to sign up. We're just doing this because we're giving an incentive to the first 10. The GoPro book is an excellent book to get started with as at getting your business started. So that's why we chose that one. Also, you're in that group, the sneak peek group. That is an ongoing group. If you click on the units tab at the left of that group, all of the information is in there on coaching. How to get started, what packages to choose, our programs, our success stories, our income, our benefits, our 401k, everything that you can imagine that you have questions on is actually already in the group for you guys. So just play around in that, reach out to the person that invited you if you have any other further questions, and let's get you guys plugged in and welcome you to the team. Anybody else want to say something? Close this out.
It looks like there's a question in the chat box.
Go ahead. You want to answer it, Whitney?
Yeah, sure. So it says, how do you stay motivated during dry spells? I think the best way I answer that, and would answer that for any of my coaches, would just be that if you're being consistent and you're showing up every day and you're connecting and just out there to make friends and help people, and literally that's what we do. That's the very forefront of our heart. All the extra stuff, the income, the trips, everything is just because we're out there to help and be real and change people's lives. And so I think if you're constantly doing that and staying consistent, and literally that's the forefront in your mind, there really aren't dry spells. There's always somebody that's needing you, that's ready to change their life with you. So as long as you're showing up, even if that's just your 30 minutes or your hour a day, you're not going to really have any. I mean, and I've been a coach over 4.5 years, and I don't think I've ever had anything I would consider a dry spell.
I agree. And honestly, also your team. So you see what we have going on here today? You have weekly calls like this set up with your team. So we all support each other daily. Like if you're going through something funky, you're just not feeling it. When you get off of a team call, you're like, all right, I'm in, I'm back in. That dry spell is long gone. I'm ready to rock and roll again. You've got that support on a weekly basis. And our challenge groups. So if you guys aren't familiar what our challenge groups are, the challenge group is where you're doing your program and you've got the support of other challengers. So you're in there on a daily basis too when you have those funky days and those dry spells, and your challenges are there to kind of go through the journey with you. So you have that support. We have a question in the group, and I think it's for Whitney. They said, it's from Crystal Johnson. She says, no clue how to, or she said, you mentioned something about your kids drinking daily sunshine. Do you see that?
I don't see it, but what's it say? I'm happy to answer.
I'm trying to open it up. Something about your kid. Was it you that was talking about the kids drinking daily sunshine?
Yeah.
I think they wanted just more touch on that.
More information on it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's information in our group where we can put information up, and it's actually on promotion right now, which is exciting, but for back to school. But Daily Sunshine is it's been a game changer for children. It's safe for all kids. It's gluten-free, soy-free, it's vegan, but it's healthy fats and fruits and vegetables and protein for picky eaters, or really for anybody. I drink it as my snack. So I drink Shakeology in the morning or in the afternoon, and then Daily Sunshine, I vice versa. I drink both a day. And then my son drinks Daily Sunshine every day because it tastes like a chocolate milkshake, but yet he's getting all the good stuff in there. So it's amazing, especially if you have eaters that aren't veggie eaters. Like, you need it.
I agree. And I think we also have a tab in there on Daily Sunshine too. So whoever asked that question, it should be inside the group as well. So if you want more information on that, it's basically Shakeology, but for the kids in a way. Anybody else? Any other questions? I don't want to rush anybody. We've got so many amazing people on here. Is that it? All right. So again, guys, if you're ready to rock and roll by Friday, you get signed up. We're giving away 10 of those books to the first 10. And we're going to be back here on Wednesday. So just stay tuned to that group for the time, because we're going to be messing with a whole bunch of different times, but it will be every Wednesday. So we look forward to welcoming you guys to the team. Thanks everybody that is on today. All right, guys, take care. God bless. And we'll see you back here next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.